Let's have a look at OBS. Where's my input? Can you hear me now? I'm just starting a replay buffer. Let's see if that will work. I didn't save it. All right. That should be active. Oh, you can hear me now. Okay, great. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I just unplugged it and plugged it back in, and everything seems to be working. All right. Let's open up Forms. Let's find this particular form. One thing I could potentially do is remove all these and just have them as this. So, which one is it saying group permissions set? So I'm gonna hope for the best. Group permission set. All right, let that. Okay, this is, let's have a look. Yeah, I fixed it. I don't know how. I unplugged it and plugged it back in. The audio, and you see, yeah, for some strange reason, I booted it up just before, and it just starts working. So, yeah, it's hit and miss at the moment whether or not it wants to log in and do stuff, which reminds me, I should do an update. Doing this live. Yeah. All right. Getting back to this. This is really weird. So I'm probably going to have to reference something else in here. So what I'll do, I've gotten used to having the window like this now. Do I need query set? Because we're making the assumption that, yeah, resend. And send back any data. Okay, I'm just gonna reload this. Oh, no, that's probably why. I need the terminal open. Missing, yeah, it needs query set. Okay. In the meantime, do we actually have permission set in here? Is it defined? Yes, it is. Okay. Or you were crazy and still did, which is hard, non possible. Yeah. Yeah, I'll stick with the Mac OS on the Macs, but Ubuntu on my PCs. So yeah. All right. So this, for some strange reason, permission set. Take this, bang, 500. Response. Thank you, Socks, for being in the way. Thank you. Must be a permission set instance. All right, let's trim that out. Let's refresh. Group and permission set. All right. Let's also have a look at the code. All right. Yep. Scrolling down to our source, we want our JS, we want our components, we then want our administrator user list. Oh, I hate when that just pops back up. All right. Scrolling down to the update group leader. All right. All right, so that's just sending that. We are in group. All right. So what I'm going to do, first off the bat, is let's comment everything else out, and let's do this simply. Let's get a working solution going. So update. Something failed. Parent group. Oh, I wanted this. All right. Request. Let's see. Username group. Oh. All right. All right. I think I know what's going on here. So what I want to do, console log group data. Let's have a look at the group data. I do need to have the npm run watch running, so bear with me. That's probably going to take a little while to actually do its thing. I realize I've just turned my phone off. All right. My channel. No. What am I? All right, this is booted up. Are you playing with a bell? All right. So I'm just putting on the new thing there. All right. Taking this. We've got the 500 group. All right. But we had a console log. So we're jumping into console log. Yeah, we understand that. Error array administrator. But we also want the ID. Did you watch the Apple event? No, I did not watch the Apple event. However, I do know about their new Mac. I am just like, holy... To put this in this thing, starts off at $3,000. And then there's one for $6,000. I'm just like, holy hell. Make a good server though. I'm just like, damn. And I think they're bringing out a new iPhone. Which is a lot better priced. It's in my price range. What else are they? And new displays. Really cool the bit where they announced the M1 Ultra. Oh yeah, it's like the two M1 Pro, the M1 Pro chips added together, or something ridiculous. To which I joke, the next iteration is just going to be two of those added together, and the one after that is two, and you know, exponential stuff. Isn't that right, Socks? All right, so I need to figure out the group. All right, so let's actually have a look at our data, see what I can do. I might need to actually bring in data. So we want user list. We've got only one in here at the moment. So we've got username, we've got group. So I just need, this is where this is failing. I just need group there. Yeah. So my work, so when I started, I asked them to get the bigger display because, well, my eyes. Talking about my eyes, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. MacBook Pros. They got me, I think it's this model. Yeah, it's this model. I don't have the 1 terabyte. God forbid spending that much for a terabyte. Ooh. So I got this. With the 10 core, 16 core, and so forth like that. I had Parallels running. Inside Parallels, I was compiling using Visual Studio. I also had a bunch of other stuff opened and stuff like that. And this, like Photoshop, I had probably XR or whatever it's called opened up, and all these different other apps and stuff like that. And the computer's like, la 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 da 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 da. Not a problem. And I'm like, damn. So yeah, I'm looking forward when they bring the 20 and 30 cores to oof. Damn. Because yeah, these studio ones are like, oh. All right. Yeah, it's like, woof. Up to 64 core GPU. I'm just like, damn. They do have a pretty website. It'd be me to learn how to actually do something like this. But that's for another day. All right, so let's reload. Click on network. Let's click on this. We're still getting a group error. So we're hitting this particular line. All right. So what I'm going to do, once again, we are just going to comment out that section. Going to refresh to make sure the server is running. We're going to hit this thing. All right, that is a problem in there. So if destination equals group, so it is getting in here. What I want to do, I'm just going to delete that, see if this works. No, so it is definitely that one line here. All right, so I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to comment out this. You'll see why in a second. I'm going to bring this up for you guys. Oh, you guys can't see that. Just do an expect element and look at the CSS and HTML. No, this is with the back end. The back end's failing. So this is all Django errors. All right. So this did a thing. And it came out true. What? All right. Let's resend. All right, let's see the variables. Can I get raw? No. It would be great if I could open this up in a new tab. All right. Scrolling all the way down, we can actually see the variables. For here, I'll widen the screen up so you guys can actually see. So, group leader. Our group leaders find a group. So it's this one line. All right, no wonder why I got that confused. Oh, the Apple site. Yeah, oh, yeah. Sorry. I was on a different tab. Yeah, I've been meaning to. I do know some of their pages are quite large in the downloads. Like already I've got 4 megabytes downloaded. And just by that simple scroll, I'm down to 18. And then, yeah, I would have to read through all this and yeah, I'm just not really good at animations just yet. Something I will learn. All right, so this No, it should be rerunning. All right. Key error X group. Oh, now we don't have the group. Okay, I know this error. All right, undo this. Okay, that is now working. Administrator. All right, cool. Baby steps with this one. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty on the ball today. Not really. I wish I was on the ball. All right. And then if we do update, cool. And then if we undo it, and we'll do a refresh, there you go. And that's how we would do the team leader. Now we need to shrink this. We need to deal with this. So we need to make sure that this works. Waiting a few seconds, we hit refresh just in case. Got a 500. Cannot assign. That's hidden the form. All right, not a problem. Let's search for this. Let's see if we got other places where we've done something similar. All right, yep. Just going through, we've got the password fields, that characters required true. We've got the group list here. I've just copied that because that's very similar to what we've got. So, just pasting it in. What I'm doing, just removing that. We've got forms, modal multiple choice. Required equals, in this case, we need false. Oops. Still doing that. You know what? When you're just fighting this, it's not what we want. Okay. Set form forms. have model forms in here. Yeah, forms form. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of this, the model form, and I am simplifying it. So we'll need username equals forms dot. It would be model choice field required equals true. Query set equals, and then we go user dot groups dot all. So we're getting all of them. And then we need group leader. That will be a boolean. So group leader equals forms dot would be a boolean field and required equals true. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I can get rid of this. And then if I refresh, oh, something's not happy. Many to many descriptors, object has no all. All right, let's have a look at another user. All right. I'll put groups instead of objects. All right. Simple mistake. All fixed. Oh, we're still getting a 500 error. All right. The query set value for an exact lookup must be limited to one result using slicing. All right. Okay. I'm going to come back to that. I am just going to quickly get a drink. Sorry, I am a little bit thirsty, so I'll be right back. Hey, Zach. I am back. Let's get back into it. Sorry about that. All right. This is the joy of trying to, when you restructure your forms, you have to figure all this out again. All right. Oh, so we got down here now. All right. So the form is fine. So we've got down here. Let's just comment that out. Let's just do a simple print. Don't need the semicolon at the end. All right. Resend that. Cool. Gonna pass. In the terminal, we've got a query set. Now, with the forms, oh, we've got them as multiple. So we just want model. We don't want them as multiple. All right. That was my mistake. All right. So that should stay selected. And if we untick it, we get a group lead is false. What if I retick it? Okay, so we can't untick it at the moment. So this is a really weird issue. All right, cool. So this required will go to false and default equals false. It's not liking that default. Unexpected argument. All right. Let's hit refresh. So it sends back false and stuff like that. If I do a refresh, it's false. If I tick it, it'll all be fine. And if I refresh it, it'll be all fine. All right. Cool. I'm happy with that. Now, let's this one should just work now. Let's jump into here. Let's get rid of this and this. With this, we don't want permission set name. We actually just, I do believe we just want permission set. So let's have the lookup. Sorry, I've got to remind myself to actually set up straight. Watch time. Permission set. Yeah, that. I just need to. I wonder if. I can't see it here. I would eventually move away from this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not relogging in. All right. Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't know if Streamlabs have it. If you know a bot that has it, just tell me and I'll try and use that bot. I am thinking of moving away from Streamlabs. Alright, so what I need to do, I need to cut this down. Just permission set. Can't remember if it's Streamlabs or Stream Element thing. Yeah. I do know I did get an email from Twitch on the New Year's and stuff like that, and it's like, you've been watching this much Twitch. Both have it. Oh, all right. I just don't want to go through that Twitch login at the moment. And hello, Del Void. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Okay, jumping back into here. So this is working. So the groups is now working. We need to fix this update group thing. Parent group none, response parent group. Parent group is not needed. Required, false. If I remember correctly, you need the Streamlabs chatbot to get it with them. Yep. I can't complain, just busy. Wondering why this has stopped working. Oh, that's a new group form. But that should still... I can get behind moving away from Streamlabs, yeah. Me too. It's a slow process for me just because I don't have much free time to actually do anything. So yeah, it's going to be one of those things where I just do it. All right. So this is an issue. All right. I'll come back to this. What if I actually select a group? Yeah. That's probably because it is sending null. Because they're, yeah, yes. Which is one of the reasons why I want to move away from them. Especially considering I love open source and stuff like that. Clearly they're benefiting from them and never contributing back, and a lot of others more shady shit than that. Alright. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Where was I? I was in group information. Let's fix this bug whilst I'm here. Sorry, whilst I've got it fresh on my mind. Update group. So, let's have a look here. Let's see what Vue says. We want group information. All right, we want parent group model. If this dot parent group model does not equal null, yeah. should be running, talking about open source, I should be running, yeah, I am running it. All right, cool. I should be running Meanbox and stuff, so yeah. So I've lost my train of thought. So that should be fixed. That should have fixed that. All right, cool, easy fix. Now in permission sets, cannot edit this permission set. That's perfectly fine. I want to then go Harry Potter and the project management, which I find funny. We don't have any users, so let's team leader right in here with a QA team, empty group, and actually no, let's take them out of empty group. And oh, something happened. And thank you, Poor Man's Rose, for the follow. Greatly appreciated. I do hope you're enjoying this content. All right, so I ticked that. I didn't get any errors, hopefully. If I hit refresh, not quite. All right. I use quite a bit of open source software. Yeah, me too. Me too. As I'm using Linux. All right. This got sent to the back end. Right, give me a minute. I'm going to look at the view data. Okay, under the user list, we've got the user list results. So if I expand them, am I not getting the data? Is that the problem? Because you've got group name, permission set, username. I don't have if they're a team leader. All right. Just double checking with the groups. Another bug. Chunk loaded. Loading chunk search groups failed. All right. Gonna have to fix that soon. All right, in here. Let's go to view, not the wrong one. You use a list. Group leader true. All right. And this one doesn't have group leader. Interesting. As I use Manjaro, Pop OS, Ubuntu Desktop, Ubuntu Sev. Yep. Don't forget about multiclass. Kubernetes, Docker, other languages like Python, Ruby, C, and so forth. All right, so on the permission set information, I am missing information being sent down. So let's jump into here. We want permission set, permission set information. So down here, do believe, what have we called it? Group underscore leader. Yeah, open source runs the world. Just a lot of people don't realize that. All right, it is ticked here, which is good. So if we untick it and refresh, cool. If we retick it and refresh, great. All right, sweet. This one's done, apart from the fact that we need to actually prettify that a little bit better. So let's go into the user list, and let's do that right now. Yeah, true. I can't list all the open source stuff that I use. It's a lot. All right. I'm waiting for my brain to turn on. All right. So here, we've got expand V for, and it would be group in oh, piss off, I am pressing that G. Alright, that was weird. Oops, that's meant to be group and index. Like so. So we're essentially doing a v4 with group, a group under group name. All right, with the index showing, we will have a key equals, and that will just be group. And we just bang that down there. We bang that open like so. Essentially, we are copying this. So this section here, it looks at the index. So the index will tell me which index or which iteration I'm at. So the first iteration will always be 0. So if the index is 0, we're going to have a blank string. However, for everything else, we will have a comma with a space. And instead of permission set, we want group. And then we get rid of this. Oh, actually, no, I've screwed up a little. We actually want this function here. Yeah. I use app services at work now because it's all Embraco.net and stuff like that, which I'm assuming is just Windows. But our machine learning uses I do believe Ubuntu. Haven't been able to play around with it yet. Fair enough. Enjoy class, Aiden. Have fun. I'll see you when you get back. All right. So this span should now print out this group really prettily. It's a made-up word that I use. So we've got QA team, test group, Harry Potter, and the group of QA testers. Okay, that's looking great. Okay. We'll come back to this not working in a minute. But first, I just want to test a few things. that's not working for this one. But we do want it working here. That's fine, we can get this working pretty quickly. Okay. So one thing I do want to see is the network. I want to see the response sent. So no data is sent. Oh no, request. All right, so we've got username, got group leader. We need the group for this one. All right, so what we need to do, under user list, we also need to check the view. I need to see the destination. Destination is user. So under the update group leader, if this destination equals group or this destination equals user, we'll, this might not work, but we'll have a try. All right. Add in a couple more test groups. Oh, this doesn't really work. All right. Because that's just going to cause problems. Yeah, all right. We'll come back to this. Let's fix this. I might have to add it. Okay, I'll have a think about that. I'll put that in the back burner. So what I want to actually do, go in here, search groups. For some strange reason, this is not loading. All right. Let's npm run prod. I just want to see if it will build in production. Takes about 30 seconds to build. Whilst that is happening, I just want to see if Rocks is still... Oh, I logged out. Well, let's... Give me 2 seconds. Whilst I'm doing that, let's reload. That is weird. That seems like a Webpack or whatever bug. All right. Sorry, I had to log into that. Let's do a refresh. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why that... Actually, no, that's... Yeah, that was extra weird. I've done nothing to fix that problem. Okay. So the idea is we want... If it's the user, we want one group per row instead of multiple groups per row. And I don't want to build another component for this. Sorry, I'm just having a good think about this. Stop running. All right. Oh, 15 seconds. All right. Let's scroll up. Search groups, we don't want that. Group information, we don't want that. I'm just closing what we don't need anymore. All right. So here's our table. It's always going to be like that, but we'll need a loop like this when it is users. So instead of having it like this T body, yeah. Oop. Oh, and thank you very much for the follow, Sam Kaizen. I do hope you're enjoying the content. And how are you, by the way? I hope you're going well. Now, one thing I could do is put on an if statement. And hey, yeah, welcome. So I do hope you enjoy Vue and Django. I do other things like WordPress. I am learning .NET at the moment for work, so I might do an Abraco build online. I've done Ruby on Rails a couple of times. So yeah. I do what people require me to do. Vue plus Node Stack is what I'm using at the moment, but I have very fond memories of Django. Fair enough. Node is something I've been meaning to sit down and use. I just haven't had a project to do it with yet. So I tend to try and use a different sort of framework every single project that I do. So another thing which I'm learning at the moment is Angular. So that way I could potentially write stuff for both Embraco builds and also a admin dashboard type of stuff. So yeah, this is the first framework I used. Fair enough. Yeah, I've got a very long history with programming and stuff like that, but I never did computer science. So I did mathematics, where we learned programming and a lot of data analysis. So, and you know, I came out with my knowledge of C. Then I started learning C++, built a couple of database applications using C++. I then moved into Python to automate some of my boring work. And from there, I just decided to pick up web development. Django was my first MVC, so Model View Controller. From there, I pretty much jumped onto Laravel and other languages and stuff like that. So yeah, I do have a soft spot for Django, because it was like the first time like web development just clicked for me. Yeah, well, after you've learned like 2 languages, the third one becomes really, really simple, because then it's just you just have to think, okay, this is how data structures are handled, this is how this is sort of handled and stuff like that. A lot of your skills will transfer from other languages into it very quickly. So a good example was when I picked up PHP. A lot of PHP was very similar to C, and a bit of C++ with the objects. JavaScript, very similar to C also, with the whole structure and stuff like that. However, JavaScript does have some functionality that is not in C, which I wish was in C. So yeah, must require a lot of discipline. I learn using projects. So every single time I, once again, try a new project, new framework and stuff like that, I would learn it whilst doing the project. Yeah, the language starts to make sense, but still work. Yeah. But more than that, I'm impressed by the actual using them to improve your workflow. Yeah. So I used Python to essentially open up a web browser, navigate the this web application, and click on a button. Because we had to do that over 1,000 times. And they wouldn't let me. And the database was so obscured and stuff like that that it was just useless writing an SQL script to do it. So I mostly just work on bits of projects at companies. So fair enough. So I'm currently, I've started a new position at a new company. So I'm currently in that sort of stage where there's a little saying like, with the first 5 months, you really don't produce much work because you're still getting used to their code and stuff like that. So I'm still currently in that stage, but I'm finally figuring out, oh, okay, that's how this is all structured and stuff like that. So yeah, soon, hopefully I'll be able to take off. All right, so this will be show list by users. What do they use at your work? Okay, good question. So it is mostly .NET, because they use mostly Embraco. So that's for the back end sort of stuff. Front end is usually a lot of SAS. There isn't, and a lot of jQuery. I am slowly going to introduce to them Angular and be like, listen, these are great for, let's start out just making widgets, not single page applications, because that's a complete beast. Sorry, that's a complete different beast. So yeah. And they also, for machine learning and stuff like that, they are using Python. I forgot what they're using natural language processing libraries. I forgot which ones though. So I have them written down. I've been meaning to play around with the machine learning when not in user information. All right. So T-body, v-if. So a quick way to do this, let's have a v-if in here. I'm still scared to mix languages at the back end. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. It can be rather daunting. Especially considering certain languages require the variables to be in a certain format, whether it's camel case with a capital letter at the front or a lowercase letter at the front. I know there's 2 different names for each of those cases. I don't know them off the top of my head. Yeah, just little tiny things like that. I fully understand. But after a while, you do kind of get used to it. And once you get that flow, yeah. I'll let you actually... fair enough. But yeah, nice talking to you, Sam. So, yeah. All right, so we want this v-if to show when the destination does not equal user. And I'm double checking that. So in here, under the view, we've got a destination user. All right, cool. And then what I'm actually going to do is, because we're going to cut down this code, we can just paste it in here. And then instead of writing it, anything like that, we just do a VLs. I am going to comment here stating render list by group when on user information. All right, cool. So what we want to do, instead of using that unique list of users, we now want a unique list of groups. So we will write that in. We don't have that function at the moment. We will be creating that function. Straight off the bat, we won't need this because that's irrelevant information. We will need group. We don't need to worry about this if statement anymore. We won't need to worry about this if statement anymore. And we won't need to worry about, this should be group. So this can actually be simplified down to group. So it's going to show this single group. Like so, all right. The permission set, we do want this permission set, but that will be a unique list of groups, but we also want permission sets within that group. So what I'm actually going to do, comment out, I'm going to delete this at the moment, add code like so. All right, then the style, this will flex check default. Don't know why I had that. I think I just copied and pasted that in and forgot to change, remove it. All right, so we need to do that. We also need to include a key. So we need to be key equals, let's go group dot group ID. Actually, it will be just group. Yep. All right. Now let's actually add this in, this down and up. So alphabetical order, it will come before there. This should be muck that up. All right, so what I want to actually do, so when I have a check in here, I want to have a check and use the list. All right, so unique list of users. That is perfectly fine. We've got the user list results. So we're actually going to turn this into, this will be, because it's on the user page, this will actually be all the users with all the groups within there. So we need to actually go in here and dedupe the user list. So that should be easy. And then we do the permission sets as a subset in there. And ow. All right. All right, so just give me 2 seconds. So we've got let unique list of groups. I should do like that, equals. And I do believe there is a way to do it like this. And I think it, oh, there it is. Set, yeah. So it's going to be a new set. Sorry, I am still learning this. And then we want this dot, sorry, I'm just looking at the variables, user list results. Dot map row, and we just want row dot group. Group name, because that should be like that. It's gonna, oh, I hate when that happens. And then let's data, let's double check that data, and then let's send back a blank group for now. That is perfectly fine. So that should take a fraction of a second to compile. Let's just hit enter. Let's double check that we haven't got any issues. No, we haven't, and we haven't even got any. All right. All right, let's just unique list of groups. Put that there. What we'll do is we'll update that variable. At the moment it's blank. At the start we want to get unique list of groups. Should be plural. Because it's implied that there's more than one group. All right, we've got administration and testing group. That's what we want so far. And then what, so we've got a unique name. I feel like there's more we can do here. I feel like we are overcomplicating this a little bit, but bear with me. Did I just get rid of my console log? Yeah, I did. All right, I'm gonna refresh. Let's hope for the best. Cool. So we want to send back an object where we've got, no, that will group underscore name will equal that. And permission sets will equal the oh, this is going to be really messy code. All right, I'm just going to see what happens if I send back a string, actually an array, Bob, Sally. All right. This is an experiment. All right, so we've got two objects, got group name, permission sets within there. All right, and Bob and Sally. All right, cool. So instead of doing this all within like this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a const. We want permission sets equals, this will be new set on this dot user list results filter where row is such that turn where the row dot okay, sorry, I will explain this in a minute. It's all in my head. All right. So that can't be row. That will have to be filter row. Oh, I hate how that doesn't copy. Permission set. And this is where we map, and then map row such that map row is the permission set. Permission set name. No, I'm going to simplify that. Permission set. All right. Okay, cool. Permission set name. We'll just leave it as map so this I will explain everything in a minute, but this is meant to shorten a lot of that. So what will actually happen is then we have in here permission sets, and then hope for the best. Good, I'll zoom in for you guys. So what we've got is we've got two group names. Inside the group name, we've got a permission set array. Inside that array, we've got permission set, which permission set is connected to what? All right, cool. So to explain what is actually happening here, I will be commenting the hell out of this. So what we're doing is we're creating a new unique groups. That can actually now be a const. In fact, that can actually go away and just become this dot unique list of groups equals directly into this, so our data can be mutated straight away. So this little functionality is creating a new set. So you can use this particular sort of stuff to create sort of like duplicated sets and stuff like that. So instead of having for loops and so forth like that, this is meant to shorten the code. So what we need to do here, using set, we will create a unique list of groups. All right, so that's what we're actually doing. So inside the set, what we're doing is creating a list of filtered permission sets for the current row. So what we're doing is we're applying a filter first. So we're also grabbing a unique set within here. This unique set is filtered by the permission set, which is set by this row. And what we do is we just send back a unique object like this. And then once that is done, we are returning send back the group name and the permission sets allocated to it. Bit confusing, I fully understand, especially if you're not used to this new set type of stuff. However, this saves me doing it in a for loop, which would be as equally disgusting. And so, yeah, you can't blame me. So the good news is now that we've done this and we've set this up, we can potentially go up here, render list by groups of information. So what we're doing is unique list of group by group by group by group. Group name it should be, like so. So we're printing out the group name here. And then what we want to do is we want to do a simple loop. So we'll have a span v4 equals, and then we do the brackets in, and then what we do is group dot permission set. So I'll zoom in here. So what I'll do is it'll hit this permission set and it'll loop through it. And this one only has one. This one also has one, but we'll test it out with multiple. So we do single permission and index. Now we need a key in here, which will be single permission dot permission set. And in here we do single permission dot and then permission set name. All right. Now the problem is the span is gonna have a problem. We want to add in a comma at the front. So what we want to do is we want to have index equals 0 question mark nothing else. We want a space like that. So that should fix that issue. Unique loose. Whoops. Nothing needs to be returned. All right. CTX user is undefined. All right, user lists. Where are you located? All right. Hey, Max. Oh, you wanted me to throw the mouse? There you go. All right. Oops, didn't mean to close that. All right. Let's fix this up. Something CTX user is undefined. All right. So let's scroll up here. Show lists does not equal. I am gonna add a space in. That's just to give it some space. And I am gonna comment all of that out. We're gonna let it compile. I'm gonna throw this mouse. Max. Don't worry, it's a toy mouse. All right, so we don't have any errors. That is good. So we're undoing that. So now we're just doing table rows. Oh, we need the username. Oh, all right. Do we keep that elsewhere? Location ID. So that will actually just become bit confusing, I understand. So give me a minute. There you go. Go fetch it. Oops. Let's just do a... No, I didn't. I just clicked. I'm going to update my keyboard soon. All right, cool. We're getting information in there. Sweet. So, we don't have group name or permission list, which is weird. Oops. Okay, unique list of groups. Oh, I'm not doing group.group name. All right, let's see if that works. There's our group name, and then what we need to do is, I'm just having a look at the view. So we've got a unique list of groups, permission sets, permission sets. Oh, didn't realize that was all selected. All right. And then permission sets, permission set. All right, cool. Let's, under administrator, let's put a number. Oh, all right. I don't think my code did exactly what it was meant to do. It's not a problem. All right, so it has decided to do multiple. Sorry, Max, didn't mean that. Okay. Let's have a look under the view. Yeah, it's done multiple lists. So what we could potentially do is I am going to comment out this section. It's pretty easy. Scroll down to where we scroll down to here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out this system, and I'm going to comment out this. Okay, and then I'm going to hit refresh. We're not getting a unique list. All right. Should be an array object. All right. So I'm just going through, just having a look. So I've got map. No. So that's what we're trying to do. I'll zoom in for you guys. So essentially we've got this, yeah. have to, I don't want to do iteration though. All right, let's play around in JavaScript in real time. Data, all right, cool. This dot user list results. Gonna need a keyword. Look, that's not what I. Ooh. All right, I'm getting distracted. All right. So here's our array. If we set that as a globe thing, what if we do a dot new set, and then we have temp 0, where row, no. How does it go? Oh, yep. This dot map dot, and then it would be, let's say, group underscore name. Sorry, I'm just typing in the different things. Group underscore group name. All right, and then we get 2 in that case. So we should be let's paste that back in, get rid of this. All right, let's do a refresh. Now we've got 2, sweet. Now let's test it by doing this. No, I didn't like that. All right. Probably because each of those groups are unique. All right, I got a different method to do this. I'm gonna yank this code out. I'm gonna paste it here. A lot of this I can simplify. So that map row. Close that, and end that, and delete that. All right, cool. Now, it won't be this. So this will be a const unique groups. All right, cool. Now that comes out as a plain array. So I can get rid of this data now. Get an array of unique groups. All right. Loop through unique array of groups and add group name plus permission sets assigned to data. All right, so what we want is let unique list of groups equals final results. So that will be a blank array straight off the bat. So unique groups dot for each. We are doing a simple row. And then straight off the bat, what we want to do is we want this data. All right. But we've got to change this a bit. Actually, no, we don't need that. Fucking that off. Excuse my French. Tucker it off. So, straight off the bat, so we've got our row. So we want to return group name will just be the row, and then permission sets, plural, will be this dot user list results dot filter, where we got row such that return the row dot permission, the row dot group underscore group name equals the row itself. Oh, I've got two rows in here. So this will be called filter row. All right. And then we only really need two variables out of there. So we then apply a map, and then we go map row. We return, and then this will be an object, so permission set will be the permission set, and then permission set name will be that really long name, which is permission set name. All right. And that should be bang, bang, and bang, bang. All right. So we don't need a return. We need that to be final results dot append push. And we can do that in one line like so. All right. That should be it. No, all right. Do we have a... Let me just get rid of that. Let temp equal console log temp. and then final results dot push temp. All right. Just making sure my code is running successful. Sweet. All right, temp. Oh. No, all that was working. That was all working. I know what I did. Push final results to data. So this dot unique list of group equals final results. All right, cool. And then that should just remove all that. All right. So we've got two, we're just missing the data that is on here. So if we have a look at the view, unique list of groups, we've got permission sets, I've got 5. All right. We haven't done that. And there we go. And then when we tick this, we don't have any errors. This does get sent into the back end. It is true. Username is 1 and the group is 1. But go to the view data. I don't have the, okay, cool. So under user information, I need to pull that information down. And this would be group leader. So you can save a couple of times, hit refresh. All right. If I untick that, that should get rid of that. No, all right, that's a, might be a bug. I'm sending destination into the back end. So let's have a look at the admin views. All right, we won't need a LF here. Actually, it should be the same as this. So we got a green result, and that took off both of them. That added all of them. But that should be doing it just on that group, and all those permissions should follow suit. Oh, did I update? Oh. Gonna have to. It should be. Should be doing both groups. Unless I'm screwing up. Let's tick that one. And it's both of them. Let's have a look at the view data. So user results. Group leader true for the first one. There's group administrator and stuff like that, and then if I untick this, refresh. False. But it should be only doing it by the group. I'm going to take a quick little break. I just need to go to the bathroom and stuff. So I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. So I should have disabled the back end now. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm just printing this out to terminal. Actually, I should just copy this. Wait a few seconds, hit refresh. And click that and see what the terminal says. That's really weird. All right. I'm going to minimize that. Bump that back. All right, I'm going to update group leader. Okay, form data. What? Oh, I know what's gone wrong. Okay. It's getting all the groups. That shouldn't be. All right. And if I have it like this is going to set it into but the backend won't update the stuff. Okay. I've got to think about this a bit more. So what I want to do, get unique list of users. No, I don't want that. All right, cool. Console log. Like, unique groups. Return. Don't think this will work. Excuse me. Yeah, that doesn't work. All right, let's do this in a for loop. So this dot user list results for each. Oh, there's got to be a JavaScript unique array objects. Could you set oh. No. All right, let's try this. Joe Mars, Joe Saturn. Joe is a unique one. Well, this could work. All right, let's try this. All right. So you need let's undo everything that I've done. So I need to get a map of these two. I could just do that. All right. I've got this. So this dot user list results dot map. Got a simple row. What we want to return is essentially this data. Okay, so we delete that. From here, if we do console log unique groups, we should see a multitude of duplicates. But that is perfectly fine because in the next step we'll dedupe them. So as you can see, unique groups, we've got like group name, administrator, and group ID. And a lot of this we can get rid of straight off the bat. So we've done this part here. So what we then want to do is essentially pass itself through itself, make itself, do this. I got way too many things then. So array.from, it sucks. New set. We paste in the set. We want to map it to JSON.stringify. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, everything's closed. Then we want to map JSON.parse. All right, so and that's how it would look nicely. Now that's complaining because we've got to let that be a let. Those two steps should do that perfectly fine. And then console log unique groups. All right. Then we let it sit for a bit. We refresh. And then we've got 2 unique groups, both with the group name and the ID in it. Great. All right, awesome. In here, sweetie. Say hi to everyone. Whoa, 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 whoa. I've got your back feet. Don't you worry, I've got your front feet too now. Want to say hi to everyone? All right. There we go. Now, from here, we would be looping through everything and setting this up. All right. We've got them at 0 just because we've got the group name instead of how we had it. So what we've got to do down here is under the filter, so push yada yada, permission sets, user filter, filter row, equals row dot, and we want the group name. We could potentially just remove this and then just the group ID. That will work. Now we've got to wait a fraction of a second. And there we go. We need to clean this up. That is perfectly fine. But what this means now is we'll have an ID we can pass along. All right. So going down to the, oh, I've just lost my screen. I don't know what happened there. Going down here, just making sure I'm still streaming. Hello. All right. What was I doing? So username. We also want group ID in here. That we'll set as null where it's not needed, and then we just do an else if this dot destination equals user, and then we use it in here, add code. Right, so let's clean upstairs first. So upstairs, we first need to, this is perfectly fine. We can then just put in an empty thing. I would put in 0. Group ID 0. Done. Won't worry about it. But this one down here, so we've got location ID, and then what we need is the group ID in here, and that will send the group ID, and then you've got the event. So going back down to our update this, so what we'll actually need to do, username will be fine, group leader will be fine. We need to do data to send dot set. This will be group, and then we've got group ID. Okay, this is confusing. I do apologize. This is working around limitations. All right. Let's test. All right, let's do shoot. We have a problem with the group. Group is unidentified. You're kidding me, right? let's sort this out. Unique list of group. Hang on a minute. Two levels. All right. Let's fix this up. Unique list, that will come through. All right. Group name will be row dot group name. That will fix that, and then if we click on that, the network, we shouldn't have a problem. So we've got the group, we've got the username and stuff like that. That won't work because we haven't fixed up the back end to actually handle that case. So let's re-enable that in the back end. So we want to go to the admin views. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to just suddenly yoink that. This will be an OR, destination equals user. Okay, we'll wait for a little bit. We'll tick this. And we hit refresh. So both of them. All right. Let's have a look at what that printed out. Query set, just one. I think I know what happened here. I just didn't refresh. I need to refresh. Okay, I'm just gonna refresh. If we untick one, hopefully that one will be unticked. It's both of them. I'm getting sick of this. Yeah, you're home, I'm still streaming. Let's just tick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stream. All right, down here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do have 5 down here.
Jack off him.
Oh, no, he's upstairs. And that was Socks telling off my partner. She's like, no. She did give a little.
I think I like dropped really quickly and she's like, what?
Yeah, she didn't expect it. All right, so if I tick just the other one,
No, fuck upside down.
I should only get 1. Yeah. What are you doing?
Putting upside down. She's like, psh.
Careful, that's my eye.
Don't scratch out either.
right, so username, we're filtering by that. All right, let's reload.
No.
All right, this should be 1. We have 1. But we've got 2 here. Why is that the case? Now let's have a look in our data. Okay, we've got false. We've got true for test group. False again. I think now this is another bug. So we just hit multiple bugs. False, false, and false. And anyway, let's do cat cam very quickly, because my partner wants me to feed the cat with treats and love.
No, don't feed her, love you.
Oh, that's a bit too close. You need to put Max over there. Yes, in your bed, sweetie. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Yes.
Max can make his cat
She
champion.
actually went into the bed all by his. Oh my god, look at this. It's.
No.
If I just don't have a background image. Oh wait, no, it's showing the code. I still got the green screen stuff on. Alright, here goes socks. 1. Oh no, don't worry, socks. There it go.
You didn't want to Max?
Yes.
There's Max.
He's like, hello.
Hi guys.
Hey
How you
guys.
doing?
Hi. I'm back. Don't come in. You're gonna eat my treat, bitch.
Pretty much. She like sniff Maxie, like, are you a treat?
There you go, socks. Alright, Max, here you go.
He's like, there's no treat.
He does draw on my desk. Alright, let's get back into it. So it looks like this code is a little bit broken. So we can quickly fix that. So going back here. Am I off cat cam?
No. No.
Scene. Alright. Alright, user list. So, scrolling up, one of the issues is here is team leader. Thing is, this passes in a username. And this is another reason. Yeah, all right. Did I have another one? Actually, no. I'm just gonna. It's gonna be in an if statement. So if it should be this dot destination does not equal user. We will do the first lot. All right. Everyone can see it.
And that's how you get banned from Twitch.
Yeah. Okay. When the destination is not user information. All right, cool. So when that is like that, for when user is in user information, we want to use a special one. So what we want is const count equals this dot user list results dot filter row. We don't actually have the group ID coming down. Sorry, I'm just giving a good deep think about how I want to tackle this. Where group ID will be, empty for most times. All right. All right. Okay, so that will be return row dot group ID equals group ID. Don't teaser. And row dot group leader. All right, and then that should be length, and then if length greater than 0, true. All right, so we've got to fix up this function. Nope. What are you doing?
Oh,
What are you doing?
lighting sucks better. Now she's majestic.
She's not even in frame.
No. No, not the corner of the screen.
Yeah, I know. All right. User, all right, and then that will just be 0 because it is not needed. Down here, location ID. Actually, that could be 0 and then group.group ID. Wait a few seconds. Let's hit refresh. Should be sending down test group. That should be true. All right. I think that might actually be just group. Oh no. That's meant to be group. That's meant to be group ID. Waiting for it to compile. Let's hit refresh. There we go. That one is fixed. And then when we click that and hit refresh, both of them, if we click that and hit refresh, hit that one and refresh. Sweet. All right, this is all done. Let's get rid of the console logs because we no longer need them. This is messy. I might actually think about splitting this into 2 different functions and then specifying when to use. Actually, screw it. I am going to do that.
Cat still on?
Yeah, Cat still on. Are you annoying socks?
No, I'm giving a yoga.
I can hear her meow and get angry.
Do I pick her up?
Is group team leader. It will look like this. Yeah, you should have put it more on there.
Alright, don't tip it over.
There.
He's gonna tip it over. Sorry.
And that would be group ID here, and then we just paste that code in. So this way it's a lot cleaner. And we're not dealing with users in this. I mean, sometimes it's nice to actually have something that's that smart that could do that for you. At other times, it can really make the code very messy in this sort of case. It's just easier to do it this way. Let's clean up the code up here. So we'll scroll down. We no longer need this. What did I do? Scrolling down. All right. So in theory, we should actually wait for it to compile. All right. So if we, let's say, tick this one, only that one. Sweet. All right. Well, I am going to probably call it around about there. Let's put this on. There it goes. She's eating. She's happy. She's content. All right. Let's find someone to raid. Togglebit's actually going. All right, let's raid Togglebit. Anyway. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for coming. It has been a very productive day, all night. So we've got what we wanted done outdoor. So I'm going to push this code, and then we are probably going to, start testing it thoroughly. So to make sure that everything works. So yeah, I'll let you guys have a look at Socks eating just a little bit longer. Oh, the bowl fell down. And here you go, sweetie. There you go. Everyone loves looking at you. So yeah, we'll go raid Togglebit. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for staying. And yeah, if you like this content, please subscribe. Follow and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, all right. Have fun, everyone.